All right, let's talk about one of the single biggest financial decisions you're probably ever going to make. Seriously, we're talking about a choice that could quietly siphon away tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars from your retirement. So, if you're getting close to your 60s, I bet this question is buzzing around in your head. It almost feels like the default, right? The reward you get for a lifetime of hard work. But I need you to just pump the brakes for a second before you make that decision. Because what feels like the right move in your gut, emotionally, might be the absolute wrong move for your wallet. The long-term consequences are frankly staggering, and they're so easy to overlook when you're just excited to get retirement started. Let's just cut right to the chase. See that number? Over a 20-year retirement, that's roughly what you could be leaving on the table just by claiming a few years early. I mean, this isn't pocket change. This is the difference between a comfortable retirement and a stressful one. So, let's really dig in and break down why this is seen as such a huge mistake. The one word you have to burn into your brain is permanent. Once you make this choice, that's it. There are no do-overs. And this is the absolute crux of it all. When you take your benefits at 62, you are agreeing to a permanently smaller check every single month. We're talking a 25 to 30% pay cut, not for a little while, but forever, for the rest of your life. The easiest way to really see the impact here is to just look at the cold, hard numbers. So let's compare what these two different paths actually look like, paycheck to paycheck. Okay, let's just run a quick scenario. Say your full benefit at age 67 would be $2,400 a month. Well, if you claim at 62, that drops all the way down to about $1,700. That is a $700 difference every single month. And just look at how that little monthly gap completely explodes over time. $700 a month? Well, that's over $8,000 a year. Fast forward 20 years into retirement, and you've missed out on almost $170,000. Wow, that is a life-changing amount of money. Oh, but it gets even better. For every single year you wait past your full retirement age, all the way up to age 70, your benefit grows by a guaranteed 8%. I mean, think about it. Where else on earth can you find a guaranteed 8% return in this market? You can't. Patience literally pays you big time. Okay, so if the math is so incredibly clear, why on earth do so many people jump to claim early? Well, it turns out this isn't really a math problem at its core. It's an emotional one. And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. You've been paying into this system your entire working life. Of course, there's this powerful feeling that you've earned it and you just want to get your hands on it. It's a totally understandable human emotion. Now, you mix that feeling with a big dose of fear. We've all seen the scary headlines about Social Security going broke, but here's the reality. Yeah, some tweaks might be needed down the line, but the system is not just going to evaporate. The real danger isn't the system collapsing. It's you making a permanent, irreversible choice based on a temporary feeling or a scary headline. So, beyond just that basic math, there are a couple of other hidden financial traps that people stumble into, mostly because they just don't think about the ripple effects of this one decision. Okay, here's one most people never even think about: inflation protection. Those cost of living adjustments, or CLOs, they're a percentage of your benefit. So guess what? If you start with a bigger base check, every single CLA you get for the rest of your life is bigger in actual dollars. Your financial advantage doesn't just stay the same. It actually grows and compounds over time. So often people think, well, what if I die early and I miss out on all that money? But the much, much bigger financial risk, and the one that's growing every year, is the exact opposite. What if you live to be 85 or 90 or 95? People are living longer than ever. And let me tell you, running out of money late in life is a much scarier problem. And this is a huge one that gets missed all the time. If you're married, this isn't just about you. Your decision has a direct impact on your spouse. See, when you pass away, your spouse might get a survivor benefit based on your amount. So claiming early doesn't just shrink your check, it could permanently shrink theirs too, long after you're gone. All right, so with all of that on the table, how in the world do you make the right choice for your specific situation? Let's walk through a really simple framework. First off, let's get one thing straight. Waiting isn't the right answer for everybody. Claiming at 62 can be the 100% correct move if you have serious health issues and a shorter life expectancy. Or, hey, if you have no other savings and you just plain need the money to live, that's not a choice, that's a necessity. But if you're in pretty good health, it's time for a really honest gut check. Ask yourself these three things. 1. Is this a need or a want? Am I taking this money for survival or just because I'd like to? 2. Can I build a bridge? Could part-time work or some savings get me through a few more years? And 3, am I willing to make a small, temporary sacrifice now for a massive, permanent gain for the rest of my life? At the end of the day, it all boils down to this fundamental trade-off right here. Taking the money at 62 gives you cash in your hand and certainty right now, but it comes at the cost of smaller checks forever. Waiting, well, it takes patience now, but it buys you so much more financial security down the road. And please, remember the weight of this decision. Unlike almost any other financial move you can make, once you file for Social Security, you can't really take it back. You are locking in a path for the next 20, maybe even 30 years of your life. So, I'll just leave you with this question. Before you make that final call, ask yourself, what am I truly optimizing for? Is it the certainty of today, or is it the security of all your tomorrows? The answer to that question will tell you everything you need to know.